And we're recording. You're all set.
Awesome. Hey guys, I'm just going to share my screen with you, so give me a second here. And here we go. All right, can you guys see that all right? Perfect. All right, so I just want to start with some announcements. But first, I didn't include a slide about me because I always forget that. So I'm Kiley. I'm a 4-star diamond coach. I've been coaching since May of 2014. I am a Success Club legend, so I've been in Success Club for over 2 years in a row now, and I now do this full time. So that's just a little bit about me. I live in Auburn. I don't know. There's not much else, I guess. But so basically announcements. So get registered for Super Saturday. It's April 8th. So register ahead of time. Be there. Like, this picture was from our last Super Saturday. That was so much fun. And these events are just a great way to connect with the team and just see the community and what you're a part of. Like, it's really hard to put into words, like, these events. So make sure you get there. Another announcement is Team Cup starts February 1st. So make sure you get your Team Cup together, like your team together. If you're not sure about it, go to the FAQ. There's a FAQ about it, or talk to your coach. But that's just basically a great way to get together with a group of people and grow your business in February. And then also get registered for Summit. It's like the biggest event of the year. It's so much fun. You learn just so much stuff, and it's just something that you can't replace with anything else. So make sure you get there. These events are just so, so important. And then rank advancements. So Paula, congratulations on Emerald. That's super exciting, a first step in your business. And so for Success Club, there are a ton of people in Success Club already. So we have Shannon, Joan, Casey, Sydney, Katie, Mackenzie, Mariah, Ryan, Meg, and myself. And then a bunch of people on their way: Lindsay, Emily, Bridget, Kat, Beth, Rachel, Aaron, Katie, Dom, like so many people. So awesome job, guys. And anyone not in Success Club, or even with 0 points, you still have plenty of time, like plenty of time. And Success Club should be your one non-negotiable every single month, no matter what. So make it happen. And plus, this month, everyone wants, like, it's New Year's resolutions. So we got the Beachbody All Access Pass, so no excuses. Like, definitely get into Success Club. All right, so today I decided to talk about the not so sexy side of the business. So a lot of things that, you're going to go through, but we might not talk about all the time because, let's just be honest, it's just not the fun part of the business. But I think it's real and important to talk about, so you know that when you go through these things that you're not the only one and you're not alone. And I think if you know ahead of time, like, that this is normal, it makes when you see it a lot easier, and you know how to overcome those obstacles or those challenges. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So what if one opportunity could change your life? And I'm starting with this because this is that opportunity. This could change your life. I know it's completely changed my life in so many different areas, and it can do the same thing for you, but that comes with getting over a lot of challenges and struggles and embracing the journey and the roller coaster ride. But this seriously could change your life if you do it right and you just accept the journey and enjoy the journey, and enjoy the ride. So the first thing I want to talk about is the ego. So anyone that's read Gabby already knows what I'm talking about, but anyone that hasn't, so basically the ego is, any attack thoughts that you have against yourself and others, or, fear, self-doubt, jealousy, comparison, envy, judgment. Any of that is the ego. So you can tell it's the ego by how you feel. So when you have a thought and you're feeling crappy after, that's the ego. When you have a thought and you're feeling good, that's love. So the ego comes in a lot in this business because you're going to have fear. You're going to have self-doubt. You're going to be jealous at some point. You're going to compare yourself to others, and you're going to judge other people. Like, it's human nature. It's natural. It's going to happen, but there's ways that you can control that and be mindful of it. And you do that with personal development is one, a huge one. So I loved this quote. It says, rule your mind and you will rule you. Rule your mind or it will rule you. So it's so true, right? Like, your mind controls everything. But if you rule your mind, you can control the ego. And it just makes it a lot easier. So fear. Fear is one of the biggest things that holds people back, especially in this business, and it comes from the ego. So we all have fears. When you get started, it might be fear of what people will think, fear of reaching out to people. You know, you might be afraid that you're going to fail. You might be afraid that you're going to succeed. There are so many different fears that you can have, but really, what are you afraid of? Fear comes from like this basic instinct of like live or die. Like, when you reach out to someone and you invite them, they're not a tiger that's going to come after you and kill you. Like, what are you really afraid of? It's usually little things that aren't really going to make a difference. So take a look into the future. So whenever you're afraid of doing something, I want you to look ahead and say, okay, when I'm, 50 years old, or, however old you're going to be, like 10, 20, 30 years from now, is this really going to matter? Should I really be afraid of this? Should I really be afraid of what people think? No, you shouldn't give a shit. You should do what you want to do and have fun and enjoy the hell out of it. So what does it really matter? Like, really? And another thing is, inaction breeds fear. So if you're afraid of something and you keep running away from it, it's going to chase you and it's going to come after you, and your fear is going to get bigger and bigger. So if you're afraid to reach out to someone, reach out to them. If you're afraid to do invites, do invites. If you're afraid to add new people, add new people. If you're afraid to post your transformation photo, post your transformation photo. And as soon as you do that, the fear is going to disappear. And this quote was so right on, I had to include it. So, fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. If you're afraid of failure, like really, like if that's holding you back, then that's crazy. So any fear that you have, you can overcome. And that's what's so awesome about this business is you can have all these fears, but you're going to like learn how to get over it. But fear is such a big thing that holds people back, but don't let it, like, get to the root of it, find out what's going on and take action. So defeat comes in so many different forms. And I say defeat because you're never really defeated unless you completely stop and give up and quit. But it could be not reaching your goals when you want to, hearing no all the time. And no comes in many different forms. It could be people not responding to you, or straight up saying no, or not right now, or any of those other things. It could be things taking longer than you had planned. Maybe you had a goal to reach diamond in 30 days and you didn't get there. You feel defeated. Or maybe you reached out to 100 people and 3 people got back to you. It can feel like you can feel defeated. Maybe you tried to hit Success Club and you just didn't hit it yet. There's so many different things. People quitting on you, or your coach is leaving, or not following through. Like, all of those can feel like defeat. It's going to happen at one point or another. I would love to say that you're going to hit your goals every single time you set them, but it's not going to happen. You're going to feel defeated at one time or another, and that's okay. It's a part of the journey. So I want you to fail forward. So learn from your failures. So be willing to learn from all the things that you're failing at, or I say failing because, it's just a part of learning. So be willing to learn from your failures and fail forward. See people where they are, and have compassion. So people aren't going to be ready when you want them to be. They're going to be ready when they're ready. So have compassion and just like connect with people where they are, because when you reach out to someone, just because you reached out to them and invited them and they said that they were interested doesn't mean that they're ready to start their journey right now. They're making an investment in their health and in their future. It might take a little bit of time. Like, they might have stuff going on that you don't know about. So have compassion and just really try to connect with them and just see where they are and meet them there, where they are, and not just because you want them to get started right now. And when you do that, those people are going to end up signing up with you because they know that you care. And that's pretty much just what I went over. Is not everyone is going to be ready when you want them to be. And then this is the love versus the ego. So you can either see defeat with love and as a learning experience and as an opportunity to grow and move forward, or you can see it with the ego and say, you know what, this is no good. I'm no good at this, or, they suck because they don't want to get started right now, or whatever other crap that you come up with. Or you can see it as like with love. And it's not always easy to do. And as I go over these things, guys, I'm not saying this preaching at you. I'm saying it because I've been through all of this. So just personal experience too. So we all go through this. And then it also helps you build thick skin, which makes everything a lot easier. So next is patience. And I will be the first to admit I am not patient at all. This has really helped. This business has definitely helped my patience. But guys, this takes time. You're not going to come in 3 or like a month from now be like super successful, like even 3 months from now. So this takes time. It takes consistent time. So reaching goals and building a solid business takes consistency over time. Consistency over time. And I will say those words over and over and over again, because for some reason, like, people still get upset if they're not super successful in like a month or two. So guys, it's so true though. It takes time. It takes years. I've been doing this for a few years and I'm still not where I want to be yet. But guess what? I'm building my business. I'm learning as I go. I'm failing forward. And you just have to know that it takes consistency over time. So be here a year from now. Be here 5 years from now. It's not going to happen overnight. And again, consistency is what it takes. So it doesn't matter if you're jumping in here and there and say you're like, oh, well, I worked my business like 3 days this week. Cool. Well, that's not really consistency. Or when you just jump in when you feel like it, that's not going to build your business. You have to be consistent over time. And so to have more patience, have a long-term vision. So don't think about just this month. Like, yes, you want to have goals for this month. You want to hit Success Club, whatever other goals you have, but have a long-term vision. Like, where do you see yourself, a year from now? Like, what is your long-term vision? What does your 5-year, look like? So think ahead, because what you're doing right now, what you're doing today, that's going to reflect a month from now, 2 months from now, a year from now. I'm at SC27 this month, and it wasn't from just people I reached out to this month. That's from 2 years of being consistent every single day with my business. So when you see that, that's not just, I invited a shit ton of people, yes, but a lot of those people I've been building relationships with that have said no to me countless times, but, I had that long-term vision. So think long-term and enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride. There's going to be ups and downs. It's a roller coaster, but enjoy the ride. Make it yours. So my journey is going to be different from your journey. It's going to be different from everyone else's journey. And make it yours. Find what you love the most about this and accentuate that. I love being able to create new recipes, try them out, post about them, share them with people. Even though that's not making me any money, but I love doing that. So I do more of it. Or I love being able to work out with Alex and post stuff about what we're doing. So I do more of that. So find out what you enjoy and do more of that and make this journey yours. And if you're willing to be patient and work hard, it will be so unbelievably worth it. Because when you look back, say you look forward 5 years from now and you're looking back, the time's going to pass anyway. But there are going to be some people that quit because it's just, they're not going to be patient enough or willing to put the work in, the time in, the consistency. But you will be there and you will be saying, hot damn, I am so glad that I stuck with it because look at what I have built. And it's going to be really cool. Looking back, just it's almost 3 years. It's going to be 3 years this year. But looking back, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad I stuck with it. And it will be so worth it, I promise. So just trust the process. All right, so comparison. This is always a super fun one. The quote that I love, I don't know where this came from, but it says, comparison is the thief of joy. And it's so true. So you're going to compare yourself to others at some point, but don't do it. Don't. Because everyone's journey is different. Run your own race, put your blinders on, because your journey is going to be so different for so many different reasons from everyone else's. Because, you're you and you have different experience, different personality, different, everything. We are all so different. So embrace that and embrace your journey and just run your own race. Because the joy is found when you put your blinders on and just run your own race. And I mean, this is a really popular picture, but winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners. But it's so true. Put your blinders on, run your own race, and just enjoy what you're doing. Sacrifice. So, we talk about like, you're going to have to make sacrifices, and it's true. If you are living the same exact way as you did when you started coaching, then you're probably not sacrificing it like much or anything. So what have you given up or sacrificed in starting? Are you still going to bed like really early and watching all the same TV shows, or are you putting that time into your business? I know when I got started, I used to go to bed early because I'd wake up super early and do my workout. And I remember Joan told me when the team call was, and I was like, oh, I'm in bed by that time. And she's like, not anymore. I'm like, okay. And then I stayed up for all the team calls. I think I've missed a handful of them in 3 years. That's it. So be on the calls, be at the events. Like, if you want to do this, and no excuses, because it will be worth it. But you have to give up and you have to sacrifice. And like, I'm still living now that I, gave up a couple extra hours of sleep, and now I get to sleep in when I feel like it. So that's pretty cool. But sacrifice now so you can have that enjoyment later. I promise you it will pay off. But get on the team calls, get to the events. Like, it is so important. And I am a super introvert. Surprisingly now, like, doing these calls is like fine and stuff, but I'm a super introvert, and I could stay at home all day, every day, never get out and do anything, just because I'm like, I work well, like, by myself in my office. But, it's important for me to get to these events, get on the team calls. Like, that is so important. So get out of your comfort zone, get to the event, no excuses. Like, you guys should be at Super Saturday, at Summit. Like, that's where you really get to connect with the team and the community and just be a part of everything and see how freaking awesome everything is. Then not having time is a BS excuse, honestly. Everyone has the time. It's just how you use it and your priorities. So if you have big goals in this, or if you want to make this work, then make it a priority. Like, it can freaking change your life if you make it a priority. But not having time is just not an excuse. There's always someone that's busier than you that's making it work. You can find the time. As soon as you say, like, it's all a mindset thing too. So if you say you don't have time, it's going to be really hard to find the time. If you say, I can find the time, you're going to, your brain's going to help you find the time and be creative with how to make it work. So be careful with the wording and stuff that you use too. Because you're not the busiest person in the world. Like, everyone can find time. And then, so have a state of change for fitness, and the same goes for your business. So all of this stuff, like, you can relate it back to fitness too. So you wouldn't tell someone that you're working with, you can still eat like crap and only work out like twice a week and you'll still get results. Like, no, you wouldn't tell them that. So why should that be the same thing for your business? Like, you can't binge watch Netflix and go to bed at 7 p.m. and get results with your business. Like, it's the same thing. So you have to make sacrifices to be able to see results. Same thing. And then act like a leader even before you may feel like a leader. So even if you don't have people underneath you yet, or a ton of people building, like, you are still a leader. And the sooner you act like a leader by making sacrifices, by getting to the events, by getting on team calls, for one, you're going to feel more like a leader. Your business is going to grow. You're not going to feel guilty about skipping out on stuff. And when you do have people that are growing underneath you, they're going to see that you're consistent with what you're doing and consistent on the team calls and consistent in your business. So act like a leader even before you may feel like a leader. And, if you change nothing, nothing will change. So this business is simple. It's very simple what we do. We drink a shake, we work out, we share about it, we work on ourselves. Like, it's super simple. We teach others to do the same. But it's not easy. It takes work. It takes consistent work, especially on the days that you don't feel like doing it, because there are going to be days where you don't feel like doing it. So it takes consistent work. It takes building habits and making it second nature. So, doing a power hour at least every single day And, making that so much of a habit that, like, no matter what, you're going to do it every single day because it's just like second nature and ingrained in you. And it takes a little while to do it, but once you make that a habit, it just becomes easier too. So, and there's times where you're going to feel alone. You're going to have failures and you're going to just feel alone in this. But you're not. You're surrounded by a team of people that support you and that love you and that want you to succeed. But there are going to be times where you want to quit or you want to unplug or you just want to just stop because, people fell off or, you didn't reach your goal or maybe someone said some backhanded comment about what you do. Any of those things could happen, and you know what? They're going to happen. But it's okay because you're surrounded by so many people that support you. You're doing something that's really friggin' cool. But it's going to feel hard sometimes, and that's okay. But I think knowing it ahead of time and knowing that when you do go through something like that, it's just normal and it's part of it, makes it a little bit easier. So I liked this quote because it said, opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. Because it does take work to be successful. It's simple. I mean, it's pretty cool that we get to call this work. I mean, we play on Facebook and we work on ourselves and we help other people feel good. But it is going to feel like work sometimes. You're not going to want to invite people sometimes or reach out to people, but we do it anyway. So it's simple, but it's not always easy. So how do we get past all of these things that I just talked about? One, personal development. Always, always, always personal development. If you are not plugging into personal development every single day, then you are doing yourself a disservice and you're making this harder for yourself. Personal development will not only help you in this business, but it will help you in everything. So read a book, listen to audio, do a meditation. I can't tell you how much I love my morning and evening meditation and how much it's helped my mindset, anxiety, like everything. Like I'm just like a more chill version of myself that, not as much bothers me anymore. I'm just doing my thing and it's freaking awesome. So meditation, write that down. Plug into the community, be on the team calls, be at the events, like find a running buddy that you can like run with. Plug into the community, and when you're having a hard time, like reach out to your coach or your success partner and tell them what's going on because they can't help you unless like they know what you're going through. So reach out to them instead of backing away, like reach out and talk to them and see the big picture. So this is the big picture. The big picture is not Success Club. It is not rank. It is not any of those like little things. The big picture is that you are here to change your life and help other people change their lives. The big picture is that you are here to help other people feel better, and you are here to work on yourself and just feel freaking good. Like, see the big picture, because all of those things that I brought up before, when you look at the big picture, like, what does any of that matter, right? So see the big picture and have a very strong why. So why are you doing this business? And help people. Yes, we are all here to help people, but why are you doing this? And it's not about anyone else. It is about you. It could be like that you want to help, others in different ways. Like, that's fine, but think about why you want to do this business. Like, what is it? What can it and what will it do for you? So when you think about it, it like makes you get choked up and teary-eyed, like find a why that makes you cry. But we say that because it's important, because there will be times that if you don't have a strong why like that, then, you're probably going to unplug and you're probably going to just say, you know what, I don't need to do this anymore. But I'm telling you, because it's so important to find a why that you connect with so strongly. If you're not sure, talk to someone, talk to your coach, talk to, a friend on the team so they can help you find that, because this business can do whatever you want it to do for you. Like, it opens up so many opportunities to make it yours and just really design your life. So find a very strong why and connect with that. And then practice gratitude consistently. So feeling crappy about something, what do you have to be grateful for about, this or something else in your life? Gratitude will change your attitude. I don't mean to be like rhymey, but it totally will change your attitude. Like you're feeling shitty. Like, what are you grateful for? Like, I am so grateful for like having this business and how it has changed my life. And when I don't reach my goals, or I feel crappy about what's going on, or, have someone like fall off or whatever, what am I grateful for? There's so many things to be grateful for. So always practice gratitude. Dial it back to basics. Again, that's kind of like seeing the big picture. Like, what are your basic things that you need to do? You need to work on yourself and your mindset and your health and feel good and share that with other people. That's pretty much what we do. Be willing to do gut checks. So these kind of suck, but they're necessary. So be willing to look at what you're doing and say, okay, why is this not working? Because I will tell you that, it's something that you're doing or not doing, because you're the only one in control of your business. So be willing to do gut checks and say, okay, what isn't working? What do I need to change? And just be willing to fail forward, because you're going to fail a lot. And I encourage you to fail and fail a lot and learn from it and change it up. And then love the heck out of people. So when you love people and you really want to help them, when you're connecting with someone in a conversation, when you're really like just love them and just want to help them, everything is going to work out. Like, you're not going to be worried about Success Club points or, oh my God, I need to sign them up. And the conversation is going to flow well, and they're going to feel that energy. And you know what? They're going to sign up with you, whether it's right then or, a few months from now. Like, when you truly just want to help people, like, all of that stuff is going to happen. I am not where I am right now, especially like this month. Like, when I hit the most Success Club points, it's because I'm loving the heck out of people and focusing on helping them. I will tell you that 100%. And when I feel like I am just like forcing conversations and just like, oh my God, I need to hit Success Club, I step away, I do a meditation, I connect with what I need to connect with, and then I get back to it when I feel like I'm like feeling good again. But when you love the heck out of people and desperately like just want to help them and not want to just sign them up, that's when you're going to be successful, and that's when it's going to feel good, not just to you, but to them too. And then realize that you and only you are in control of where your business and life goes. So if this doesn't work, it's not the business, it's not, your coach or your downline, it's you. And you have to realize that. So no matter what happens, you are in control of it. And that's pretty cool. So most jobs, you're limited to, someone else telling you, how far you can go or what you can do. But no, like in this is all you. And it's really liberating. It's kind of scary as hell. But like embrace it and know that whatever you want to do, you can do. And it's really, really cool. And personal development, because I'm going to say it again because I think it's that important. So personal development, 100% be doing it every single day. And if you need books to listen to or read or whatever, or podcasts, then reach out to your coach or the team. We have so many resources. Again, be grateful. It's something you get to do, not something you have to do. Coaching is something you get to do, guys. Like, we get to do this every day. Like, how cool is that? We get paid to feel better and help other people feel better. Like, for real, like that's what we get to do. We don't have to do it, we get to do it. So have that attitude of gratitude, be grateful, and practice that every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, because there are going to be times when you're like, shit, this is hard, or crap, I am going through something right now. But focus on gratitude, and you cannot be angry and grateful at the same time. So focus on gratitude and have fun. Find the joy in the journey. Like I said, there are going to be times, there are still times for me, I'm like, shit, this is not an awesome day. Maybe I had people fall off, or maybe people aren't responding to me, or maybe I had someone make a backhand comment about, what I do because they don't understand, or maybe they just, feel bad because they don't have the courage to do what I'm doing, or the courage to do what you're doing, because, your courage reflects back their cowardice. So just know that, that's going to happen. So just have fun and find joy in the journey, because seriously, guys, when you look back 20 years from now, you're not going to give a shit what someone else thought, for real. And it took me a while to like really embrace that. And I'm still like figuring out my journey and embracing it. But when you have fun and just enjoy the journey, you don't care about the other stuff. And it's fun, and people pick off of that vibe too, and they connect with that. So have fun and find joy in the journey. And so is it worth it? So all this crappy stuff that I just went over with you guys, is it worth it? Absolutely, it's worth it. And here's why. You get this community of awesome people that love the heck out of you, support you, or will become your best friends in your family that you will travel with and just have a freaking blast with. You will overcome fears that you never thought you would. Did I think that I would be running a call with, I don't even know how many of you are on here, and like not be nervous at all? No. But you're going to overcome so many fears. You're going to grow thick skin, which just makes life a lot more enjoyable. You're not going to be worried about stupid, petty crap that's going to come up. You're going to find true joy just from being you and like running a business, just being yourself. You're going to overcome a lot of self-doubt and build confidence and just feel awesome. You're going to grow as a person, a friend, a partner, a sister, a brother, whatever. You're going to grow as a person, and all those relationships, it's going to help. You're going to be a part of an unreal opportunity. Like seriously, like this will change your life. You're going to just improve your mental fitness. And besides the freedom, the finances, all of that stuff, the mental fitness and just helping me with my mindset, I know that I could do anything right now, and I would be a million times better than I would be if I did it before I started coaching. So the mental part of it is just amazing. The freedom, what it can do for your freedom, your finances. You will travel. If you do this right, you can travel and go places with all these people that, you might not have known, before this, but you're going to have amazing opportunities. The personal development piece, like obviously, like how many times do I need to talk about that? But seriously. And then just improvements in all areas of your life. I am a different person. I'm the same person, just a more confident, badass, like joyful, like unapologetic version of myself after coaching. So you're going to have just improvements in all areas of your life. And it allows you to design your own life. So you are in control. You get to design where you go with this. Like, how freaking awesome is that? And by feeling good and helping other people feel good, like for real, like it's so awesome. All right. And these, like, seriously, like how cool is this? Like what you're a part of, like, this is what you're a part of. And these are just like a couple pictures because I had a million and I wasn't sure which ones to choose. But I just wanted to end with this, guys. So the moment that you realize that you are in control of your life is the moment you can really start living. So embrace challenge, take on fear, fail forward, and just go for it. And that's all I got for you guys. So, love you. Thank you guys for listening to me tonight.
Yay! Thank you, Kiley.
I don't know what the comments were because I haven't read through them yet. But
they're mostly just telling you you're badass.
Everybody loves you.
Oh, I love you guys.
I do love Katie Gamage's note on here, though, that said, don't wait if someone messages you. I had an old friend reach out Friday when I was sick. I slept all day and saw the message but ignored it. When I reached out to her 2 days later, she'd already bought a challenge pack from one of her friends and just signed up as a coach. Defeat is a word, but I picked up, moved on, and celebrated her anyway for starting her journey, even if it wasn't with me. Exactly. And if you do that and you're just happy for them, like, it just brings more happiness and more people will come to you. And I think that, it's a good lesson too. Think about, like, Kiley just touched a lot on fear and things holding you back. Don't prejudge other people, or don't not reach out to somebody because you think, oh, they're happy, they're making this much money, or they're doing this or they're doing that. For many of you who are at Super Saturday, you heard Keisha talk about the fact that she was working for Google and thought, like, I went down that track that I'm supposed to go, and I'm my boyfriend's in dental school and I'm living in New York City and I have it all, but truth was she wasn't fulfilled. And now she's a coach who makes 3 times what she was making at Google. So, you never know what's going on with somebody. You cannot prejudge. and let your own fear keep their future captive in your own mouth. You can't do that. You have to speak up, and you have to talk to as many people as you possibly can to help them, to make them happier. Because as you can see, I mean, Kiley, for instance, like I just commented in the comment section, we should go back and look at your first like call. Like we totally should go back and do like a comparison to like Kiley then versus Kiley now. Because you guys, Kiley, many of you might not know this, Kiley went diamond in 21 days on this team. Like she signed up with me May 1st, and then she went diamond in 21 days. And so it was May 21st that she went diamond. And, you know, and so her first call happened really quickly into her coaching career. And, you know, it's scary at first, but I love that this business pushes you past your comfort zone in every single area. And you can always relate everything back to Beachbody and how this bubble of goodness like affects your life. And so awesome call. Does anybody have questions, concerns? I have a concern. Kiley, I need the Shakeology treats now.
I promise I will make you guys some once you're done. I promise.
I bought treats that I'm not supposed to have tonight. I'm not going to eat them, but I bought them. It was like this macadamia nut cluster thing that I was like, that'll be good on day 22. She's
doing that to torture us.
Day 22 nut clusters will be delicious. Anyway. All right, y'all. Love you, Kiley. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
And I will put the recording up as soon as I can.
Thank you.
You guys aren't in the Find, Share, Invite yet. Invite group. You should talk to your coach and get in there. Okay, bye.